Los Angeles, California, for the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined by a man who is thankful for to not be wearing pants and underwear and is currently jacking his boner off while pouring a gravy boat over it. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving week, homies.
And transmitting to us from inside of a giant turkey, the bearded booger-eating pilgrim known as Shuddy Boy.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Man, I love how proud of the fact Eagles fans are that they can spell Eagles.
That's our fight chant. That's all.
Yeah, and you're about to be dominated by the Queefs.
Kevin, you shut your fucking whore mouth.
They're going to fucking sack your super guy and then squat down and queef right in his face. What do you think about that, Shuddy?
If I thought that you had any idea what you were talking about, I might be a little bit concerned. But you're just shit talking to shit talk with no substance.
I know exactly what I'm
I
doing.
thought his blind dipshit aim was pretty on the mark, though.
I mean, but it's just not based in any fact. If you had said something like that to me, I'd be like, maybe Jeff knows a little something about something. Kevin knows nothing about anything.
Jeff, in your professional opinion, what is going to happen with the spread Eagles v. the Queefs?
I bet the Chiefs minus 140 money line, but I don't feel great about it. I talked about this a few hours ago. Well, wrote about it a few hours ago. I'm just putting like a pizza-sized bet on it.
What does that mean? What's a pizza-sized bet?
Like, how much does a pizza cost? Like $25?
Oh, okay.
$20?
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about area-wise.
Yeah, I was like, what does the circumference of a pizza equal in money?
No, I'm just talking about like buying a pizza and putting that same amount on the Chiefs, and if I win, the Chiefs paid for my pizza.
I mean,
whereas I'll put rent on a fucking basketball game tonight.
I mean, the spread as of right now is 2.5 points.
Yeah.
Which theoretically means that the Eagles are favored by 0.5 point.
Perhaps, yeah.
Chiefs are home. So isn't it generally a rule of thumb that home field advantage is worth 3 points?
That's shrunk over recent years, but maybe not for the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a good team with a legit home field advantage, and so would be the Eagles. So the Eagles and Chiefs might have 2.5 point home field advantages. So it's pretty much
a deadlock, coin flip. Right?
Yeah.
The Eagles are plus 124 on the money line right now.
Yeah, I mean, not a ton of value, but it's going to be a good game. And you guys outplayed them on the box score in the Super Bowl, even though you lost, obviously. But you had more first downs, more yards. It was just that crazy Jalen Hurts fumble touchdown return.
Boy, I sure
one of the bets I'm looking
pile
to
of
place
shit, didn't I?
Tonight. Yep, you sure did. Is a Julio Jones to score any time and an Eagles win on the money line. That's paying plus 1,200 right now.
That's fun. I mean, what's he, your fourth wide receiver?
Third.
Gotcha.
He swaps in there to play slot.
Do you think Skinny Batman or AJ Brown are going to score?
Well, what I want to do is I'm going to do that. That's a single bet. I'm going to do that. And then I want to do a one with him, Devon. I think Skinny Batman will score. I think they'll bottle up AJ Brown, but Devontae Smith played big last year when Dallas Goedert was hurt. So I think he's poised for a good game since his fucking pussy ass Cowboys snapped his arm.
Well, I have something even more exciting.
Oh,
If you could
Love it.
believe it.
let's see. What is it?
It is this. Straight from Lithuania.
Mouth or punishment. I thought it was Scottish
No, it's
or Swedish. Excuse me, not Scottish.
yeah.
It is
I want to
Swedish.
know, but he had so it went from Sweden to Lithuania, and then somebody sold it from Lithuania to here.
I got it from the official Surströmming website, but for some reason on the packaging, it like the actual box that it was shipped to me in, it said Lithuania. So this is a can of Oscar's Surströmming, which is a tin of fermented herring that is supposedly one of the, I mean, I've smelled it before, but the internet seems to agree that this is one of the smelliest things on planet Earth. Arguably one of the smelliest, most disgusting foods, although everybody always throws around that durian fruit. And apparently there's some story about a durian getting cut open and getting into the vents and blowing out into a school, and they shut it down and evacuated and called in a bomb squad because they thought it was like a chemical warfare attack or some shit. I have never smelled
Damn right.
a durian.
So from the official
my school.
Surströmming.com website where Kevin purchased this from, it does say eating surströmming would surely be a good experience for anyone who enjoys the taste of aged blue cheese. Enthusiasts are carried away by its rich umami flavor and insist that the taste is far better than the odor.
Yeah. So this stuff is, as you can see in
Crack
the
it open,
video,
Kevin.
yeah. The can is bulging. So
Well, that can't be good
this happens to all of them. And
because of the fermentation, right?
yeah, it continues to ferment in the can after it's been packaged. So all of like the little biomes, I guess, are farting in there.
So that means the longer we wait, so it is.
I think what Geoff just asked if the longer we wait to do this, the worse it gets, and I would imagine yes.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, this stuff is
And
quite
that's
foul.
probably why it smells so bad, because it's not done fermenting. So as soon as you open that can, all those gases that have been built up just fart out.
Yeah. The second a can opener pierces the tin, it's like hitting an artery. You're going to hear like the tss, juice is going to be flying. It's going to be fucking disgusting. It's, as somebody who has been in the room, like in an indoor room where one was opened and also tasted it, it's a nightmare all around. It does smell like a dead body that someone barfed and diarrheaed on. The texture
since you've had this before, would you rather eat the surströmming or eat another balut?
I mean, are we talking about an entire balut versus an entire can?
We're talking comparable amount of each, so a balut-sized amount of surströmming.
It's tough because I didn't eat the entire balut, and the balut has a fully formed baby duck head inside of it. So, God, that's like, would you rather have your dick chopped off or your anus bored out with a drill? Like, I don't know. Fucking flip a coin. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I got this stuff. It's kind of pricey, but it was on sale because I guess due to a herring shortage. On their website, it says this company is being forced to shut down after 67 years in business. So they're selling off the last of their inventory. This is allegedly one of the last cans of Oscar's Surströmming that you can get your hands on.
Do other companies do it?
I think so, but this is like the big kahuna. This is like the
OG?
famous one. Yeah. This is the one
The
that makes
Coca-Cola of Sunströmming?
Yeah, this is the one that makes everybody barf on the internet. So
I'm Coca-Cola and you're T-ball. Or I'm the New York Yankees and you're T-ball.
sure.
Isn't that what no, I fucked it up. Never mind.
I don't know what the hell
I
you're
was
talking about.
trying to quote Walter White in Breaking Bad
Oh.
when he's talking about his blue meth versus the competitors. But I ruined it.
So what we need to do, Shuddy Boy, is we need to figure out the best way to do this. Because there are some options. We could
I say we
do it here in Studio City, have Geoff come out for an episode, and we...
Make him eat it all through a funnel in one gulp.
Oh, that is gnarly.
I can't. I probably couldn't do it in one gulp though, so that's not even fair and unreasonable. We only have one can.
But, I mean, do we want to try to crowbar this into an episode? Because we're a little limited equipment-wise. You know, we do this over Zoom, and we each have a webcam. We could have very long mic cords, so Geoff and I could go outside just at one point in an upcoming podcast episode, go out on my balcony and open it out there, because my balcony sucks. It faces Poop Slime Alley. There's nothing really to look at out there. And
I like your balcony.
it's one of those things where you can't really clean it. Like, you can take the time to clean this balcony, and then 5 minutes later, it is full of soot and gross bullshit. So I've never even cleaned that motherfucker. I've been here for like 5 years. There's 5 years worth of soot and dead leaves buildup on my porch, because fuck that porch. But we can stand out there.
We better clean it before Shuddy gets out there. He likes that porch.
So I don't know. I wanted to run this by you, Shuddy, because there's also the option of Geoff and I meeting up and doing it in, like, I don't know. Geoff is hung up on doing it in like a public setting, like going to a store or a mall and us getting in trouble and kicked out.
You want that to be the case? You want to do that?
I mean, I'm just trying to get the most out of this punishment, this idea.
So you're just like, let's just add on unnecessary things to make this to up the degree of difficulty on this already awful task. I mean, I think that just doing it on your balcony is totally fine during an episode. Your webcam can also be positioned for out there. Like, I think that's the way to do it. Than going to walking into the middle of a fucking Baptist church and doing it during Sunday service. Like, I mean, I don't know why that needs to be.
I don't want to start a holy war.
I did almost say synagogue, but I switched it up. We don't need to be, but I don't think it needs to be in a public place. Like,
but I also am worried about, because this isn't Kevin's punishment, and it becomes Kevin's punishment once we do it on his balcony.
I don't care. I mean,
yeah,
at
but
the end of the day,
nobody fucking cared when it wasn't my punishment, and Kevin had to I had to be the one whose belly button got booze drank out of it. Like, that's.
Oh, please!
Some people don't forget, I guess.
That was
12 years ago.
That was a pleasurable experience for you, Shuddy Boy. Stop acting like that was some sort of punishment. Oh, what the hell? He's the guy that got a punishment, and I'm the one who gets a blowjob.
Well, okay.
But yeah, because obviously, if Geoff and I let's leave doing it in a public indoor place and us getting in trouble for it out of the equation. But if we just went to some park and found a bench that wasn't really near anybody, and we just filmed it there and then played the video and audio of it during the podcast to comment on, that's one thing. or we do it in the episode, and I can also get my phone out and we can have like a different angle. Because I mean, it's going to be the whole experience is going to be funny.
There hasn't been a punishment that we haven't done on the episode.
I know, which is why it would kind of be a cleaner clip to put on social media. It can be like its own post on YouTube. But then again, we don't get the Shuddy element, and MSPH is the three of us.
This is tough.
Yeah,
I think we need to. I think we need to consult with the Puminati, get some suggestions or some feedback from.
I mean, look, the balcony is right there, just on the other side.
My vote is the balcony.
Yeah,
and I still think we should make him beer bong it all. Blend it up. We can put it in a blender.
Everything this touches has to go away immediately. So whatever blender this gets put into is going straight into the fucking dumpster. I smelled this stuff on my fucking face for like 3 days.
Oh my God. This is bullshit.
Hey, there were other options. This was your choosing. You chose poorly.
I felt like the other options are homosexual. Yeah. Literally, I don't mean that as a figure of speech. I think the other options were gay things.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Who cares?
Well, obviously, Geoff, it's because he chose the Sir Strowman.
Yeah, you worried it might stick?
Listen. I don't need you guys.
I kissed a boy and I liked
suggestion. I need a suggestion. Make a trigger.
Man, this is like the longest robot you've ever turned into.
Oh my God, dude! I don't know what to do. I can try to. I'll switch it up. Hold on, I'll be back.
No, now it's better. The funny thing is like we had Arts' wedding this past weekend. So,
how was that? I feel
it was awesome. It was a good time, and Ginger and Juice and Deep Voice Mike flew out. So, they spent a day in Long Beach, and then they spent a day in Studio City, and then we went to the desert for the wedding. And I heard that you were presented with a solution to solve your robot voice, and you were just like bummed out.
I don't remember what the solution was. Did you? Do you remember what it was?
I believe it was simply just running a cable from the router to plug into your computer, so it's hardwired. So you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi relay.
Well, I think my brother already has the one hardwire into his computer for esports.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure routers have multiple holes.
Multiple connections?
Yeah.
All right.
You just got to hardwire that shit.
That would require some more telecommunications work in my compound, which I'm not excited about, but I guess it's an option.
It's just plugging in a thing.
I don't know what my fucking router. My router is like.
What the fuck is a router?
My router is probably, I don't know, maybe 90 feet from my computer.
And that probably is why you turn into a robot sometimes.
I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure it out. Maybe I'll just start sitting closer to the router. Maybe that's the workaround I can do.
Well, this got me thinking about the surstrumming and how horrible it smells, and I was looking for other things that are super stinky, and there is a cheese. Actually, you know what? Hold on, Geoff. I'm going to text this to you because I don't know how to say this, motherfucker. but sometimes, you're a master speller, so you might be able to sound this one out.
Ooh.
Say view baloney.
And that's what we're going with, View Bologna. So, View Bologna is the smelliest cheese in the world. A scientist subjected its smell to an electronic nose, a device that detects urinary infections and tuberculosis. And when this fake nose smelled this cheese, it tested it positive for a urinary infection and tuberculosis.
According to the pronunciation that I found on the internet, it is in fact View Baloney.
Fucking Geoff. See? Knew we had the right man for the job. Hold on. This is for...
You guys thought you were setting me up for failure, but I got you. I know my French.
I wasn't involved in this. This was news to me.
This one's for the alphabet.
You've just been Jeffed. Fucking pussy.
But you wouldn't have bet on me knowing that, Shuddy, for being honest.
I didn't. No, I wouldn't have, because I was not confident that I even know what it was. So,
all right.
So yeah, View Bologna apparently has been described as smelling like a cow's ass. A cow's ass. I guess it makes sense since most cheeses come from cows. By the way, this is from ScienceAlert.com. Apparently, one of the other smelliest things on Earth is ancient poo. Apparently, poo stinks for a really, really long time. And archaeologists were...
Doesn't it go away fast?
I always thought, because I've done my own science experiments where somebody will take a human shit in Poop Slime Alley and no one wants to clean it up. And I've watched it go from like a freshly laid wet turd to a shriveled up little fucking Tootsie Roll.
Look at this fresh piece of shit.
And those shiny green flies that love poo, it seems like they like to roll around on it and suck up all the juices, and then they lose interest. And I kind of figured that's sort of when the poo stops smelling.
I taste your juice.
So archaeologists were like fucking around on a Danish city, and they uncovered medieval latrines, and they were used in the 14th century, and they still fucking stank. So yeah, poo-poo will stink for centuries. And then another thing that's very stinky.
You know what also might stink for centuries? The New York Giants.
Oh. Ooh. Shots fired.
You just spanked me like a dumb little baby. Kevin, were you still talking about something? I don't want to discuss the New York Giants, and you don't want to hear me talk about the New York Giants.
That is correct. A lesser anteater is 5 to 7 times smellier than a skunk. I don't know if it's its piss, because I don't know if anteaters can shoot stink juice like a skunk can. But it just says the lesser anteater uses its stench to ward off unwanted visitors and predators, and they stink 5 to 7 times worse than a skunk. I've never been skunked. Thank goodness. Have you guys ever been skunked?
No.
Personally, I have not.
You know someone, though?
We have had dogs. Parker got sprayed by a skunk once.
Ooh,
and growing up, one of our dogs got sprayed by a skunk.
I was hoping you were going to say Dom.
And it is fucking awful.
Speaking of Dom.
Congrats, buddy.
Yeah. Congratulations to Dom.
We could talk about that, right?
I mean,
yes, I mean it was posted all over social media, so yes.
yeah,
I've been in a social media hole, if I'm being honest.
Dominic, our friend and yours, the MSPH commish, engaged.
To
Fuck yeah.
the reigning MSPH wrestling women's champion, Agnetha the Cave Woman.
What? Oh God, that's not suspicious at all.
Yeah.
I feel like Agnes of the cave woman wouldn't have agreed to the marriage had she not been women's champion of MSP.
Kind of like, Triple H's relationship with Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
His career really took off after that happened.
Yeah.
Well, she is. Agnetha is a very, very sweet woman. I did finally get to meet her at Dom's surprise party. She put on a hell of a party for him. And I don't know. Seems like Dom, I haven't always been the most supportive of some of his ladies, but
I don't think now's the time to address this.
he finally found I feel like his soulmate. Just seeing the two of them together, it was like, wow, yep. Dom definitely found a winner.
They are an excellent match, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy that you approve, Kevin. Dom finally found a girlfriend that you don't hate.
I mean, you can kind of back me up, Shuddy. He has been treated quite poorly. Not to.
He has.
Earmuffs, Agnes of the Cave Woman.
But there are very few girlfriends of yours that I have met that haven't been completely obnoxious and fucking unbearable to be around.
Oh yeah.
Wait until you meet Carl. Oh no.
Listen, I am so excited to meet Carl, and I even
I love Carl.
Got a really nice message from Helen that said she hopes that they'll get to see me over the holiday when Kevin's visiting. So,
are you sliding into Helen's DMs?
No, she slid into mine, but not like that. She just, let's not get those rumors out there started. I don't want trouble with Mr. J when I come over and start to tend bar at their house.
Yeah, I mean he is a Olympiad.
He's an athlete. Yeah, he's an athlete. I stand no chance.
Another interesting incident, I guess you could say, that took place since we
are you
last
gonna be a dad?
Now, why the hell would you go and say something as silly as that?
Kevin's pregnant. Oh, Kevin, we got a little soccer player.
My fucking car got broken into in Poop Slime Alley.
Wait, Shuddy, have you not heard this yet?
I have not heard this.
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect. I forgot that the story didn't come on the podcast. Or not yet, obviously.
So, since Jeff was hosting Ginger and Deep Voice Mike last week one day, and then I was hosting them the following day, I, was setting up. They're two very tall, giant boys. So, obviously, I can't, have one sleep on my little couch and one sleep on the other couch. It was like, all right, well, got to get my air mattress set up again for the first time in a while, and I go out to my car because I'm like, okay, I know I keep the air mattress in the trunk of my car because my apartment's fucking mad cluttered, and I basically use my trunk as a
closet,
as an additional closet. So I get out to my car, I open up my trunk, and it's essentially empty, and I have stuff that I keep in there I even just went through recently and kind of pruned a little bit of the clutter. And, I had tons and tons of costumes that we used on the Ella show and stuff. From, I don't know, all sorts of crazy things. And then, my pro wrestling costume for Pubic Zirconia. All the, the Pope, all the different characters we did on the show. And I was like, man, I'm never going to be wearing this shit again. So I threw some of it out, kept some of it, and it was all gone. They stole the costumes. They stole the air mattress. my fucking stinky old hiking shoes. And I was like, wait a second. This doesn't look right. And then I look in.
So you walked out and your trunk was like completely empty?
Except for
normally
it's pretty full.
So like it wasn't like there were a couple of things missing. It was like you opened the trunk and you like did you maybe close it and then open it again?
No, I didn't do anything that silly.
Okay.
But I did stand there staring for longer than I should have, and that probably looked very stupid. Because I was expecting to open the trunk and do a little digging, and there's just like a few pieces of paper in there, and I was like, hey. So I shut the door, I shut the trunk, and then I peek in through the window, and I see my glove box is just open and shit scattered all over the chair, the shotgun seat, and I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. Like the first thing I'm thinking is I somehow forgot to lock my car. And like a homeless person was going around trying all the doors. Mine was open, so they just ransacked it. And I was like, motherfucker. Like I looked in there to see what actually got taken, because I don't keep that much stuff in the actual car. Trunk's a little bit cluttered, but I keep my car pretty clean. There's, I try not to keep any valuables in there, although they did steal my sunglasses. Like I had a pair of Ray-Bans that I bought with like a gift certificate my grandma got me for Christmas. So they got those, but they left my knockaround Nerf ones, like the sunglasses with like the the mirrored lenses, and they have like neon color scheme. They didn't take those, but they took my fucking Universal annual pass. Like it has my name on it. They can't use it. They can't sell it. And like I have the Universal app, so I can still just scan that anytime I go. That was a weird. Do you have an owl, Shuddy?
What'd you say?
Sound like you have an owl.
Oh, that was the G pen turning off, vibrating on the desk.
So yeah.
Listen, do you have like a So was your Universal Pass like a
little piece of paper.
Something you just hung from the your rear view mirror?
No, so my car by the shifter, it has like this tiny little slot, and
nice.
I keep
Slots.
there was never really anything to put in there, but then I have a pass to Carl's condo development that gets you in the security gate, so I had that in there and the little business card that's like the physical version of my Universal Pass. They stole those. They stole a fucking $10 umbrella. The weirdest thing they stole was, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but in my last car, the armrest in the middle of the car, like just from resting my arm on it so much, it left like a grease stain on it. And it kind of fucked up the leather. And when I got this car, I was like, I am not going to leave an arm grease stain on the center armrest of this one. And when I used to go to my beloved ArcLight Theater that shut down, being an ArcLight member, every month you get a special gift that you can like check in and get. And a lot of times it was either, a free popcorn, a free candy, free soda. Sometimes it was a free movie ticket. And then they had a few physical things, like there was an ArcLight monthly planner one month. And then another one was an ArcLight blanket. And it wasn't big. It wasn't thick. It wasn't particularly nice. It was just kind of like a thing you could have where if you're going to a movie and it's sometimes cold in the theater, if you wanted to like wrap your legs up or something. And I just left it in my car, so that was on the armrest, so I didn't get my arm grease on it. They stole that little tiny fucking blanket. And that's why I was like, okay, it's probably just a homeless person. Even though I am OCD about locking my car door. I know the shenanigans that happened in Poop Slime Alley. I one time forgot to lock my car door at my very first apartment when I parked in a gated garage. And I feel like old school listeners of the show might remember this story, but on the security footage, these fucking two women went into my car and stole, like, again, sunglasses. They stole like the very few amount of things that I put in there, nothing really of value. But I got them. I
remember.
What?
I remember that story. That caused me to go on quite a rant, if I recall.
Oh, wow. I don't even remember your
I
rant.
don't remember this. What do you recall about that moment, Shuddy?
These were in the power hour days, so I was wasted and I got very close to a line that I shouldn't have
Saying
gotten
tangible
anywhere near.
things.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yep. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
remember that very vividly because it shocked both of you when it happened.
well, maybe
Oh
we should
man.
just move on from this, huh?
Now maybe
That
you
was
should say what you were gonna say.
Yeah, that was one of those forgotten moments that you just made people remember for some reason. But yeah, I went and complained to the front office. I was like, somebody got into our garage last night, and I had just come from getting my car washed. So I went from the car wash home, and then went upstairs and never touched my car again until the next morning when I noticed like all my shit was missing. And on the passenger side door of a freshly cleaned car, these dumbasses left their fingerprints. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah, got them. They're on security camera, got their fingerprints, went to the police, and they were like, that's cute. You think we actually help you people with things? Yeah. They like gave me a pat on the head, sent me on my way. I was like, motherfucker, this is a slam dunk case. They're on video. I got their fingerprints. You're really just going to pat me on the ass and send me home and laugh at me? But that's what they did. No fucking help. So kind of the same situation here. They're on video.
Situation.
I got these two people on video that just ransacked my car. And the weirdest thing about it is it's a man and a woman walking down Poop Slime Alley, and there's a couple security cameras out there. So it's just them walking through Poop Slime, and they have like a little thing in their hand. And you can see them, they walk by my car, look at the little thing, and then stop and go back. And the woman takes the device from the guy and immediately gets my trunk open. And I was like, motherfucker, maybe I did lock my car door. So I kind of went a little Karen about it, and I went on Nextdoor. I don't know why. I honestly have no idea why. And I posted like a still where you could kind of see their faces. And I was like, hey, these fuckers, broke into my car. I locked my door like a madman. And I don't know. It looked like they were waving something around, and then they stopped because they don't try any other car. Mine was the only car that they tried and got the trunk open. And some people were commenting like, yeah, they have these things you can buy now that will search for a signal. And they can, if your key fob is close enough, they can access it and then access the functions of it. So they were like, you got to buy this thing called like a Faraday bag. It's like a little carbon fiber looking pouch that you put your key fob in, so like no signals can reach it to sort of like hack your shit. So these fucking fart knockers stole my blow up mattress that voice of God Mike was going to sleep on.
Yeah.
So did you have to sleep? Did he sleep it in your bed with you?
Well, he was like, "Oh,
Great
no worries.
follow-up.
I brought my own air mattress."
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Like my air mattress.
He flew from Missouri with an air mattress?
Yeah. And when I saw what he brought, I was like, "Man, you pack light. There's a fucking air mattress somewhere in this." And he's like, "Oh yeah. So when it came time to crash, he starts blowing this thing up literally with his mouth. I'm like, "The fuck are you doing? Why are you blowing up an air mattress with your mouth? It's going to take you forever."
That's
those
those fucking athletic, well in shape people can do things like that, Kevin. Like that.
I guess. But
I
like,
don't know. This seems abnormal to me.
when I came back and he was done blowing it up, this thing was puny for like a pool floaty. I was like, wait a second. How are you going to sleep on that thing? Dude's like 8 feet tall. This thing looked like a placemat for him for dinner.
It's like what? It's like the couch at the end of the bed that Michael Scott sleeps in.
Yeah.
Or sleeps on.
So yeah,
But it's perfect for him. He just curls up.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, that's these fucking fart knockers. Damn psychic never saw that one coming. Couldn't give me a heads up.
Yeah. They're not going to get everything though, but the psychic did a pretty good job, you suggested. So too bad they didn't come through with letting you know about your car getting broken into. Like, hey, buy one of those key fob blockers.
Yeah. Well, sorry. I was just checking. So Carl's friends from Sweden are in town. And I was like, oh, perfect. I completely fucking spaced out when I was with them yesterday, but I just sent a message to the group chat and WhatsApp asking for surströmming advice, and has not been replied to yet. Because she's actually tried it before. And she does acknowledge that it smells like a dead donkey covered in barf and poop.
Her words.
I thought maybe she would have a little bit of advice for you, Geoff. I know we can't, for the sake of science, it just has to be pure rotten fish that you're going to eat. But I guess when they enjoy it in Sweden, they put it on these crackers that they eat all the time. Like there's these very popular crackers. And I guess
can't bring like a Ritz cracker to eat it on?
Nope, you got to eat just fish. But I guess they cut it with the cracker, with, I think, sour cream and onions. It's like, man, the one thing that can make this thing worse is putting motherfucking onions on it.
I mean, I like onions, so that actually sounds like it could help me, but I know that's not the intended goal.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, to answer your question, Shuddy, Art's wedding was quite nice.
Good.
It was lovely.
Very happy.
Did everybody behave?
For Arts and Nikki Dabbs? Shockingly, yes. So being that it was the union of a real true stoner and Nikki Dabbs, the theme of the wedding was pot. Not necessarily.
No.
There was a medicated chocolate fountain.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
Well, you find it awesome. Jeff was too scared to try it.
I drove home that night. I didn't want to drive home high, even though, well, not even though, but I was tired as fuck in the ride home. I almost felt I took a nap a couple times.
At the
while
wheel?
Driving. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But almost dozing off is a really powerful alarm clock. You know what I mean? Like once you start feeling yourself, then it's like, well, wait, I'm driving, wait. Plus the drive was like very windy road, so you kind of had to be engaged the whole time.
Oh, you didn't take the freeway? The freeways out? You took winding roads? Did you go through the mountains? That like fucking psychotic, ultra windy edge of a cliff thing?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you go that way?
I don't know. That's Google Maps said it was a shorter path.
Like
it wasn't that dangerous, but we were definitely driving through Hills Have Eyes territory.
No, because I mean I've driven that before when I had to go from San Diego to Palm Springs. So that's going from like way, way, way south there. And I guess the only way to go that way that won't add a few extra hours on the trip is to cut through the mountains, which are super windy. And my grandma was sitting shotgun, holding on for dear life, like terrified that we were going to fly off the edge of the road. Because it's perilous. And when I left that night, I went to Carl's. So I didn't go to Studio City. So I headed kind of in your direction, and it just took me on the freeways.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't have like an easy pass or anything like that, right?
No.
I wonder why I was given the option I was, but I made good time. I was happy about the commute. I thought it was a kind of a pretty drive, even though, again, it was Hills Have Eyes territory, but it wasn't bad. The wedding was cool. Yeah, there was definitely a lot more marijuana there than there was booze, but there was definitely, they had two drinks, like the wedding themed drinks. One was like a strawberry vodka cocktail, and then was a margarita.
Yeah.
Right? Is that I remember correctly?
Man, you're just you're roboted beyond recognition right now. Oh, hold on a second. I'm still speaking Jeff Racky.
Sound better.
A little bit, yeah.
Sound worse.
No, it's past. It's past for now.
Thank God.
I did not let you down, Shuddy. I tried the edible fountain.
And
it was good. Didn't taste like weed. There were good Dunkins to party with.
what kind of Dunkins did they have?
There were, your standard ones. You got a marshmallow,
Strawberries, I assume, right?
I think. I know for a fact there were pineapples. But there were also chocolate brownie bites. There were Twizzlers. There were Rice Krispie treats. Potato chips.
Red Vines. Not Twizzlers, Red Vines. There are a difference.
Oh.
And I could taste it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have any. So
Obviously.
it was. Were you bummed out? Do you hate Red Vines?
I prefer Twizzlers. I wasn't bummed out, but I prefer Twizzlers.
But yeah, it was nice. I got nice and toasty. I was going to stay overnight, but I don't know. Once I realized that I wasn't I was just like a tiny stoned. By the time we were ready to bounce, I was fine, and I only had one drink. So it's just like, all right, I think it's better to drive out of the desert now at 10:30 at night than it is to wake up in the morning and try and rush back. Because
how far is it?
It's about 2 hours with no traffic. For me,
Yeah,
I think
I made
Jeff
it in an hour and 45, 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a little quicker from Long Beach for some reason, but
I thought it was closer, but maybe not. I don't know, but it was fun.
Yeah,
they had food trucks there. A pizza and a taco food truck. The pizza was really, really good, actually.
Yeah, I went fucking Ninja Turtles on that pizza. I didn't even pay any mind to the taco truck. Once I tried that pizza, I was like, oh, you are getting all the real estate in my stomach.
It was good.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So yeah, congrats to Arts and Nikki Dabbs. Shout out to the happy couple. Love is truly in the air in the Pumadata universe.
Yeah, hopefully we
I'd
can
like
bring
to think
some,
we played a hand in all of that happening.
You're just gonna swoop in and take the credit on both?
Yeah,
I don't think we can actually.
Yeah,
Arts been listening to MSPH longer than he's been with Nikki?
Well,
it's close.
I don't know. I don't know when Art started listening. I know he said at the wedding that they've been together for 10 years, and MSPH is turning 13 next month.
I
mean, there's a chance. Yeah.
So, but even whether he knew it or not, it's because of us. Maybe if MSPH hadn't started, the butterfly effect would be that him and Nikki Dabbs never got together.
The question is how long before or after him proposing did he listen to MSPH? That's the big question. I'm going to text him.
Well, you're going to ask him if he put MSPH on and then got down on one knee and proposed?
No, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him if, did we, were we the, did we put up the
background
vibe?
Music? Yeah.
I'm going to ask him if he started listening to MSPH before he started dating Nikki Dabbs. There was a construction, happening around the wedding venue, Shuddy, and there were detours to get around the wedding venue that apparently the Google Maps didn't have, and I had to find out in real time. And Kevin asked me, because I texted Kevin, I was like, am I in the right place? Did you have these issues? And he was like, yeah. Art sent me a screenshot of how to circumvent the construction. Did he send you one? I was like, no, that motherfucker didn't. And as I start to text Arts, I see he did actually. He did. He did.
Yeah, because
text me.
I think the same thing happened. It was either Ginger or Deep Voice Mike who did the same thing you did. Like, oh, I didn't get a text, and then they open up the text like, oh shit, yeah, yep, I got it. I did get that.
What the fuck? All right.
But let's see.
I'll get
What
back
else
to you
we have
guys on
here?
the Arts Nikki Dabs
Yeah.
timeline.
Yeah, keep us posted. I didn't really, being that there were people in town, and once Arch's wedding was done, I had the couple that Steph and I went to Japan with. They're in town for just like the long weekend, so I think they got in on Thursday, and they're leaving today. And I was kind of bummed that I wasn't going to be able to see them, but that was one of the driving forces of me just like, oh, you know what? I can drive. I'm not fucked up. I'll just go straight to Carl's place so we could wake up in the morning and then just go and spend the day hanging with their friends. I didn't get a chance to go to the theater, even though there's a lot of stuff I want to see. Like, I want to see that new Eli Roth Thanksgiving movie. I love that fake trailer in Grindhouse. And even though Eli Roth has done a shitload of horror, off the top of my head, I can't think of him doing a slasher. He does like a lot of the torture stuff with Green Inferno and Hostel, and then Cabin Fever was, a sickness horror. I guess you would qualify it. But I do really want to see Thanksgiving. That new Paul Giamatti movie, The Holdovers, looks fucking incredible. I really like.
I did go
Payne.
to the theater, but did not see any of those.
Oh.
I think I'm going to see Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to try and sneak that in. But, I'm going to Thanksgiving tomorrow after we pre-tape Queef or No Queef, and I'm going to be with my grandma, so I can't exactly take her to a slasher.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, she's not too into that stuff. I'll probably be able to go and see The Holdovers. That's an easier talk into, like a dramedy with Paul Giamatti.
Tell her you're going to see The Holdovers, but buy the tickets to Thanksgiving on your phone.
What do you think? What do you think I'm trying to put
what happened? What is this?
my 85-year-old Nana through? Shuddy, you son of a bitch. What did you go see?
Fucking what the hell is the title of it? The Hunger Games movie.
Oh wow,
The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, definitely not an overly clunky movie title.
No, and definitely not an overly clunky movie.
Interesting. So I do see it has quite a boisterous runtime, but from what I've heard, reviews have been decent. You were not a fan?
No, I'm not saying that. It was long, and it was very much two different movies.
Like from Dusk Till Dawn, two different movies?
Like at the hour and a half mark, roughly, one part of the movie is like there is a definitive, like, it's almost like they didn't have enough to make it two movies because it shifts to it. For the last half of the movie, it has nothing to do with the actual Hunger Games.
Oh, weird.
The Hunger Games are over by the hour and a half mark. But it is, it's about the 10th Hunger Games. It's Donald Sutherland's character's origin story. It was good.
I don't remember. I saw the Hunger Games once when it first came out. I haven't seen any of the sequels. I don't really even remember who Donald Sutherland is in that story.
He's like
so he was in the movie too?
He was the president.
Did they de-age him?
No, it was somebody else playing him as a graduating senior age teenager.
Donald Sutherland's still alive, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. I'm pretty sure. It'd be really fucked up.
Yeah. He's a good actor, so I should know if he died.
Nope, he's still alive according to the internet.
Is he before or is he younger or older than our two presidential candidates?
He's 88 years old, so he is older.
Whoa. I mean, Invasion of the
He's
Body
also
Snatchers was in the
Canadian.
70s.
It's true.
Yeah, does
A
it
good Canadian.
is Keith is Queefer Sutherland a Canadian?
No, he's
Or
also
was he-
Canadian. He's also from Canada.
Gotcha. Okay. I thought he was, but I wasn't sure if maybe Donald found fortune and fame and moved to the States and then did some porking and cream pieing and made a baby. But I guess he did some Canadian maple syrup cream pieing. Is that what they call it in Canada? Like if you don't pull out, you're like, you've just been maple syruped. Or do they still call it a cream pie? Because we never got Canada wasn't included in that article about sex positions that people Google from different regions.
I don't know. I don't think they lean into
No, they use maple syrup as blood, as a slang for blood.
Interesting. So are you a Crip or a maple syrup?
Oh no, I'm so confused by this Urban Dictionary post.
Well,
So we're just
I'll give you some
gonna
time to
pretend
figure
I
that
didn't
out.
say any. Okay, well now here, if I scroll down a little further, it is the ejaculate of a native-born Canadian male. Come on, I love Vancouver, USA submitted this sentence. Come on, baby, shoot that maple syrup all over my face. Which is, I believe, what Geoff said when we went to that pancake spot that one time with you, Kevin, with the giant pancakes.
Oh, fucking oh God, why am I blanking on the name of that
the
place?
Griddle Cafe.
Griddle, yeah.
Yes,
Griddle.
that's it. Yep.
What did I say again?
Oh, come on, baby, shoot that maple syrup all over my face.
That's right. That was crazy when I said that.
I don't know. What was the thing you were allegedly to have said, Geoff?
Am I robotic? Am I going to do this? Is that why you're asking me?
No, never mind. I was trying to trick you into saying it yourself.
Oh no. There's enough drops of me. I don't need to say any more gay things.
I was about to repeat it, and then I realized what was happening. I was like, oh, come on, Geoff. Come on. Come on.
Well, don't worry.
I knew there was something suspicious, but I wasn't sure what was happening specifically.
Yeah, we're just going to have to settle for yours, Shuddy. So,
also, apparently, according to Melanie, maple syrup is a condiment commonly used as a lubricant during salad tossing or rimming.
oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Your ass tastes fantastic. This maple syrup really sets off the flavor of your bung.
That's a hell of a sentence, too. I mean, I feel like the first time I ever heard about asses being eaten was when they talked about it in prison. And they always said that they would steal either like Jell-O or jelly or syrup from the dining hall and eat that out of people's ass cracks. I imagine if you're in prison, you're not wiping as well as you do in the outside world. Like, I don't know, who are you trying to get dressed up for? So maybe that makes prison ass taste better. Well, anyway, Shuddy, back to the matter at hand. Were you hungering for more games?
I mean, I enjoyed it. I did have fun. It was a little long. I ran out of nachos with about an hour left in the movie. So that was a bit of a bummer. A lot of country singing in it.
That's surprising. I did not anticipate that.
Well, they leaned into District 12 being the mid-Atlantic states like West Virginia, Virginia. So it was everybody had that kind of Southern, like that Virginia Southern accent, including Rachel Zegler. And her character just sang country music all the fucking time.
See, that bums me out.
It was a bit of a bummer, and it was like beat into everybody that she was a singer.
Yeah, either make it a musical so I know to skip it, or just don't have any singing in it. Like in the Marvels, when they went to the musical planet where people can only understand each other if they're singing in the style of like a Disney musical. I was just like, oh God, fucking kill me.
But it was fairly violent, as you know, Hunger Games movies are. Jason Schwartzman was fantastic. It was nice seeing Peter Dinklage. Viola Davis was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean they're heavy hitters. They always deliver.
But
were you a fan of the other Hunger Games movies?
I enjoyed them. So what prompted this was I was trying to get the boys to go see the Marvels, and neither of Draven hasn't seen Captain Marvel, and Brad just didn't want to see the Marvels. So then I pivoted to Thanksgiving because Draven wanted to see that.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I said the Hunger Games, Bradley and his girlfriend wanted to see that, so Draven and I got outvoted.
I hope you grounded them. Wait, you didn't pull the dad's vote counts for a point and a half.
No,
nope. Or just subtract the woman's vote. No, I don't mean it because she's a woman. I mean it because she's not part of the family.
No.
And because she's a woman.
No. So we went and saw that. What happened prior to the film is more notable than anything, and I'm going to get flamed. But they showed a trailer for the new Mark Wahlberg movie, Arthur the King.
I don't think I know about that one.
So, in the movie, Mark Wahlberg is...
Are you sure in that?
What?
Can't that be shortened? That sounds like a clunky title.
Arthur the King?
Yeah, I was go with King Arthur. And he's kind of famous, too.
No. Mark Wahlberg in the movie is an endurance racer and is in a race with his team in the Dominican Republic. And a stray dog finds them and then follows them for the length of the race.
What?
And it's
so
apparently based on a true story.
So is the dog the hero? Or is the dog the villain?
I don't know.
Is it a horror movie?
The dog is not the villain. No. Like they like, so the trailer is flashing back between the dog like following Mark Wahlberg and his team and all like people kicking the dog while it was astray. Tears were just fucking pouring down my face is what the point of this story is that the trailer for this movie had me just full on waterworks.
Because it was funny?
No, because I was feeling so bad for this poor dog.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Dominican dogs might have it rough. I never even considered that.
Yeah, interesting take coming from a guy in a Michael Vick jersey.
It's not. I do not even. It's a Devontae Smith. Fuck you. Not even.
Don't let him tear down a fucking Philly Eagles great there, Michael. So Michael Vick made some mistakes. He atoned for them. He did his time. This is America. Do your time. We're forgiving you.
If he electrocuted Lil Mama, you'd be forgiving him?
Leave her out of this.
Oh, he did his time. He murdered Lil Mama.
Yeah, I mean, if I got a sliver of that 100 million that he lost, then maybe I can forget about Lil Mama.
Well, anyway, so you were tearing up and crying over a Marky Mark trailer?
Yep, absolutely. Yep. That's what it boils down to.
Fair way to put it.
Were you like blubbering? Was there an audible companion to this? Were you like,
because I felt it coming and I leaned over to Draven and I was just like, it's fucking, I can't even control it. I'm starting to cry. And I was laughing the entire time because I couldn't control, I couldn't control the tears. But like it was fucking. I knew it even in the moment that it was fucking ridiculous.
So you could have played it off as if you were laughing, crying, or crying because you were laughing.
Yeah, but
Because you
there
were
was
actually
nothing
laughing.
at myself, but because there was nothing funny happening on the screen. Like it was all like
Does it look like a
very.
good movie?
It looks like it.
I mean,
I will not be seeing it.
It sounded like you're describing just utter madness. It's a King Arthur movie where they're fucking racing cars and then a dog attacks them.
No, okay. So no. That is
That's
not what I
got out of
said.
it.
That's not what I said at all. So, and by endurance racer, I mean like it's a like a 400-mile like run, swim.
It's a marathon. It's a
Oh,
marathon.
okay.
And the dog, he finds the dog at a stop, feeds it some food, and then the dog follows him the entire way.
Oh God! Now the dog is in a rowboat. Oh.
Oh, it's swimming next to the rowboat.
Oh look, he's doing the doggy paddle. Whoa.
Yes, yes, but not about King Arthur being attacked by dogs.
I don't know. All I'm throwing it out there is one of those sounds cooler than the other one.
I mean, hold on. I'm gonna.
Are you gonna play the trailer and share it?
No, I'm gonna read the synopsis. Michael Lindnerd, the captain of a Swedish adventure racing team, met the wounded stray dog during a 400-mile race through the Ecuadorian jungle. First, by throwing him a meatball, which led the dog to follow the team through some of the toughest terrain on the planet. He decided to adopt the dog and bring him back to Sweden.
You've been meatballed.
But I swear to God, in the trailer, they showed a map of the Dominican Republic, but I could be wrong. And nothing was said about anybody being Swedish.
Yeah, I'm trying to find... Man, why is the first thing when you pull up IMDb, it shows you his producing credits? Like, who the fuck is interested in that? Show me the acting stuff. Damn it. Okay. Actor, Arthur the King. Wow, that's not coming out until March. Oh, and Arthur is the name of the dog. Oh,
yes.
Oh. Simu Liu is in it. Oh, wow. They,
Simu.
That absolute babe and a half from Game of Thrones, Missandei, is in it. That's always nice.
Is she the black chick?
Yeah.
She is hot.
Well,
I would suck her ass.
I'm sure she's very flattered, Jeff.
So, someone relay that info to her.
So how many snake and songbird dicks are you going to suck, Shuddy?
Oh, good question.
3.5. 3.5 snake and songbird dicks.
Okay.
Pretty good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was long, but it didn't like drag. But like there's a very big tonal shift in the movie. Like it's obvious. Like the movie completely flips about, and I only know where it was because I had my pee timer set to use the bathroom.
To know when.
Wait, is it?
Did you because you go to that website that tells you the good points in movies to go take a piss, right?
Correct. Run pee.
Run pee.
Can't recommend it enough.
Sweet.
Cannot recommend it enough, especially when you're going to see a movie that's a 3-hour experience.
I mean, I saw the movie that the Hunger Games ripped off, Battle Royale, which was incredible.
Kicks ass. Isn't that Quentin Tarantino's like favorite movie ever?
I don't know if it's his favorite, but he was very like instrumental in bringing a lot of Asian cinema over. Like I think he also helped get Old Boy out into American audiences. But and then when the movies were about to start coming out, a friend of the show, Bonnie, recommended the books. She was like, they're actually kind of cool. You should check them out. And I did read the books before the movies came out, and I was like, man, those were kind of sick. But then I knew that they were going to be toned down because it's PG-13, so they're not going to show any like cool, gruesome kills or anything like that, and all the kills will be nerfed. And they weren't like the first Hunger Games was pretty good. I like that. But I feel like the sequels kind of lost me more and more, and then I never even bothered seeing the final one. I think they split like the last book in half and made 2 movies.
I don't think that I've seen the last one either.
And it was streaming somewhere, and I saw it was like in that category when they're like, it's your last chance, it's leaving after this month. I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll settle down and watch this. And I was like, yeah, I wish I didn't watch that. That was pretty bad.
They're on the cock right now.
So I kind of didn't have any interest in this one when it came out. And I might, if it is cock bound, I might wait until it is actually on the cock. I did, Shuddy, Geoff will not give two flying fucks about this, but did you happen to catch any of the Scott Pilgrim anime?
I didn't know it was out
Hannah
yet.
Gay.
It is out.
Oh, shit.
So, you know,
Thanksgiving week, they lop this shit on. You're
No,
already
that
busy
would-
enough.
That would be what we would watch tonight if the Eagles weren't playing, knowing this information.
well, maybe you can pull it up on a tablet. You can mute football.
No.
Well, I started watching it with Carl, and that has locked me into not making any further progress until her and I are together again to watch more of it. So
Or you could just watch it twice and not tell her.
I'm a bad liar. Edgar Wright has kind
It's a
of been
small lie
promoting
to
it,
practice.
and
It's a good lie to practice on.
Don't even lie. Just change the subject anytime it comes up.
nah, Carl can sniff that shit out.
I wouldn't watch this gay shit without you.
Edgar Wright was on Doug Loves Movies, kind of promoting it. And from what I've been seeing, the guy who created the comic, Brian Lee O'Malley, like a lot of people would be like, yeah, it's coming out soon, so no spoilers, no spoilers. I'm like, okay, the comic came out almost 20 years ago. The movie's been out for, I don't know, 13 years, something like that. What could possibly be spoiled? So
And the movie followed the comic pretty accurately.
yeah, I mean, they had to condense 6 volumes of the comic down to a movie, so they definitely cut some stuff. But I'm like, all right, so the anime, it will probably have a little bit more freedom to pick up the spots that the movie had to cut. But they were like, yeah, if you've read the comics and if you've seen the movie, still no spoilers. So the first episode is very true to both. Like even similar lines, the same like shot done in the movie was animated.
Well,
And I'm
because a lot of the shots in the movie were also based
Straight-
off
yeah,
of the comic.
straight from
Like,
the comic.
They used the comic as basically the storyboard for that movie.
Yeah, and even some of the dialogue is like word for word from the comic. So as I'm watching the first episode, I'm like, yep, this is all playing out just like I thought it would. And then the very last thing that happens in the first episode, I was like, oh, yeah, that was unexpected. And then it just sets off on a completely different timeline from the movie and the comic. And I was like,
Really?
all right, and every single cast member came back. Like even the heavy hitters, like Chris Evans and Brie Larson, everybody came back, and I guess that was Edgar Wright's job. He didn't write any of it. He didn't direct any of it. He's an executive producer, and his entire role was like, please just lock in the original voice cast. Because from everything I've gathered, Edgar Wright is like one of the coolest fucking dudes on the planet. So if you work with Edgar Wright, you kind of see how awesome of a dude he is. So it's, I guess, from reverse engineering this whole process, I'm guessing they were like, look, if Edgar asks these people to reprise their roles and record the voices for it, they will probably do it. And he fucking got everybody. So we watched 3 episodes last night out of the 8, I think. I think there's 8 episodes. They're like around 25 minutes. And they fucking flew. Like to the point where when the credits started, I had to pause it and check. I was like, did we skip something? I can't believe how fast that went. And we watched 3 episodes in what felt like a half hour, but it was like, close to 90 minutes. And it kicks ass.
All right, I'm into that.
If you like Scott Pilgrim, you got to check it out. It's a whole completely different thing because I absolutely love the comics. The movie is on my Mount Rushmore, and the anime kicks ass.
The movie is also on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, so if either the comic or the movie holds a special place in your heart, you'll definitely be pumped by the animated series. Geoff, I'm guessing you watched a lot of sports ball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all that I did over the weekend. Well, I mean, hung out with you guys Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So that was it. We went to Korean BBQ, which was awesome. I actually wanted to bounce something off of Shuddy since he's the he would be an he would give an objective analysis of the situation. So I want to give you the basic facts so I don't steer your opinion on this, but the plan was to go to dinner at Road to Seoul, a place you've been to before, right?
Yes,
Korean barbecue
the place
and Road
that
to Seoul.
has cemented Korean barbecue as one of my favorite cuisines.
Yes, we were going to go there. Or that was the original plan, but we weren't sure how big the party was going to be. It could have been anywhere from 6 to 15, maybe. Right? Is that accurate, Kevin?
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
So
How the
6 to
fuck would it
15.
have been 6 to 15? That's a huge swing.
We were attempting to merge the two groups, the Carl Swedish Friends group and the Puminati group.
Okay, all right.
But it was tough.
I assume the Puminati group included Cheech and Bill, and then
no Bill, but Cheech.
The two giants.
Yeah,
and then the other 9 people were Carl's friends.
They do have the
There's
couple,
children involved.
Yeah, there was children involved. There's like a 5-month-old baby, and then a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Oh, gee.
And their parents. So yeah, it would have expanded the group significantly.
So my plan, and I didn't initially tell this to Kevin, but my plan was to set up a reservation because that would make it easiest since we're going to go Friday night. And once we got the confirmed total, set up a reservation. Road to Seoul only takes reservations for 10 or more people, something I actually never told Kevin. I thought he knew it anyways, but I never told him. And then there was this other place that we went to for Paul's birthday. Kevin didn't go. The Clark compound and Paul went. That was all actually really good, I thought. And they did take reservations for however many people. So I was trying to steer us towards that place in case Road to Seoul was going to be jam packed and we weren't going to be able to sit down inside of an hour. And when I threw this idea to Kevin, I got a lot of pushback, and I felt like Kevin got fucking aggravated. I can pick it up through text, but had I given you the same option, what would you have done? Wouldn't you have? Well, yeah, I'll just leave it to you that. Like, would you have went with the place without the reservation,
all right,
or with the reservation?
I have some questions. Where are they in relation to each other? Like, is this other place
a mile and a half away? Same town, both in Koreatown.
Okay. So it didn't require travel to another location. They were all relatively. You've been to the other spot before, so you were vouch.
I can vouch for it.
Vouch for it. Have you guys been to Road to Seoul on a Friday night?
Yeah,
a bunch of times. Yeah.
Is it usually a madhouse?
Yeah,
it is. However, it's actually gotten better since the pandemic because, and I didn't consider this, because the pandemic forced them to set up outside tables, which just expanded the restaurant.
Yeah, they never took them down.
Yeah, they never took them down, right.
So there hasn't been an issue with seating there that either of you are aware of?
Not since the pandemic. Pre-pandemic, for sure. Yeah, I've waited there for like an hour or so.
Okay. And, it's still hard, I think, adjusting to post-pandemic life when you think of things like that. So, this is a weird, knowing that there probably wasn't a wait, there's no need to do a reservation. But if there was, as you were thinking, Jeff, if there was a possibility that you guys wouldn't get a table, it would make way more sense to have a locked in reservation somewhere that you know is good than getting to Road to Seoul and then being like, oh, it's going to be an hour and a half. And then you have to figure out what the fuck you're going to do for an hour and a half, or run the risk of going somewhere else, hoping to get in and then having the same situation. So probably would go with the sure thing versus the unknown. So I'm on your side with this, but I'm not taking a hard stance against Kevin wanting to stick with Road to Seoul. Like I don't hate that idea.
I am
either.
curious about that point, and it all worked out perfectly, honestly. And I was down to go with the flow. Like, I'm not going to argue with Kevin because Road to Seoul is bomb. We have great memories there. It always does the trick. I know the other place is really good too. I actually think it's better, but like, whatever. Let's go with what we know, or what Kevin knows. But I am curious, Kevin, why? Like, it felt like this was a very bad idea in your head. Like, I could feel it through the text. Maybe I'm misreading it. Why were you so anti the new place? Is what I wonder.
Because I've tried multiple Korean barbecue places, and it's essentially just, here's some fucking raw meat that's been marinating and stuff. You throw it on the grill yourself, you cook it, and then you eat it. It's not like reinventing the wheel, but Road to Seoul is significantly better than every place I've gone to. And even like the places that I like less, they're still awesome. But it's like, we know Road to Seoul. We've talked about it on the show. We had 2 people from the Puminati visiting who had heard us talk about it and never gone and don't really ever come to LA. And I was like, all right, we'll do the staple. We'll go to Road to Seoul. And then Jeff has to come in and launch one of his Jeff torpedoes that laid plans. Be like,
well,
See,
what if we do
this
the
is-
opposite of?
This is where I fucking take issue, Shuddy. This is where I take issue. Jeff
guys,
Torpedo. I was setting up a reservation.
Stop.
I was setting up a reservation.
One of you get out your phone, and now read me the text message.
No. We're not going to go through that.
Because the way Jeff presented it, he's not torpedoing it. I'm more thinking that Kevin is being dramatic, Jeff, not blaming you.
Okay, well, Shuddy, here. So
like, the way Jeff presented
hold on
it,
a second. Hold on a second, Shuddy. So the guys get into town, and I think the plan initially was, we'll like hang in Studio City Thursday, Long Beach on Friday, and Jeff switched that. And then Thursday in Long Beach, everything had to be planned around Jeff watching TV. So the only plans we could make for Thursday involved Jeff being in front of a TV. Then they now switched.
So that's why Jeff wanted them in Long Beach, so then he wouldn't have to go anywhere and not be able to see the TV, isn't it?
Yeah, everything had to revolve around TV.
That's mostly unfair. I'm going to tell you why, Shuddy. Because
I'm
wanted to watch
switching my vote to Kevin.
Wait a minute.
I'm kidding.
Kevin, Shuddy, that's mostly unfair because it's Thursday Night Football, Shuddy. Every bar has a TV, and every fucking TV in a bar has the football game on it.
Oh, well, we can't go anywhere on Monday because there's Monday Night Football. Oh, but we can't do anything Tuesday because then there's Tuesday Night Football.
Any fucking place we went, Kevin, on Thursday night would have been showing the football game. Every one of them.
Yeah, but that's because you only go to sports bars. So you think the only options are places with TVs. There are many options there that TVs aren't involved.
What are you fucking talking about? What bar doesn't have a television? What bar?
I've been to plenty of bars without televisions.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
The bar in the Roosevelt Hotel does not count in the context of this conversation.
Yeah, a barcade doesn't count either. Like
barcade, I've never been in a barcade that didn't have at least one TV.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, every bar has them. Every one of them. Dave and Buster's has a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, Dave and Buster's has a ton, but like the mom and pop barcades in LA don't have TVs.
They don't even have one TV over the bar.
Not that I've seen.
So, all right. So I don't want to get into this, right? We'll try to keep this general. We'll try to keep this vague. I was hosting someone on Friday, and my place was more free on Thursday. That's why I wanted to move my rendezvous to Thursday. I was never concerned about watching the football game because I have YouTube TV on my fucking phone, and every bar has a TV. I was going to watch the game. No,
you're not buying this shit, are you, Shuddy?
How is that not legitimate?
Because everything had to be, everywhere we went on Thursday had to have a TV.
I'm telling you, no, you can't go to a bar without a TV. Like, we switched, but we went from the sports bar to another bar that I had never been to. My brother suggested. I'd never been to the bar. And of course they had TVs because it's a fucking bar. Every bar has a television.
All I'm saying is,
which has nothing to do with the Korean BBQ reservation. I don't even know why this came up, but Kevin's this little petty fill-up.
I'm talking about the Geoff torpedoes. Like, every plan has to be changed.
Either way, we were going to hang out a one night in Long Beach, a one night up by Kevin.
And I'm trying to get everybody to go to
a torpedo.
But so it was like Thursday, we're going to be in Long Beach, and Geoff curated Thursday. I'm trying to put together stuff for us to do on Friday, and you had to try and
but what if we go here instead?
And Shuddy, I will tell you this, I got a tidbit from Geoff that was like the missing piece of the puzzle, and I was like, I see it so clearly now. So, as you know, you've been to Road to Seoul, you pick a tier, it has a huge list of meats.
You were going to come off so stupid.
Oh my God.
Go ahead, keep going.
And then they have you can get green onion pancakes. They have the rice papers, all the sides that they bring out. In the car in Long Beach, Geoff was like,
"Oh, but this place has chicken wings as a side. They have other sides."
So he literally only wanted to go to this place because they have fucking chicken wings.
No, I want to go to the places that had more options. That had additional options.
Stop. I feel like right now Kevin knows that the majority of people will see the logic in your side of things. So Kevin is trying to throw out as many nuggets to make you to attack your character as possible, Geoff. To take reason out of your argument by making you look like a crazy person.
Anybody who's ever listened to an episode of Crafter Geoff, that will click with.
That's fine. I don't.
All of these
I don't care. I'm saying it has more sides. I'm saying it has more things you could order. You could order French fries. You could order cheese corn. You could order chicken wings. You could order more things on top of the all-you-can-eat meat. And I just threw that out there because it's like, hey, I'm sprucing it up a little bit. And you look at it as like a torpedo, like that could possibly ruin things. I don't get the logic. And I also don't get the logic, Shuddy, to continue giving my case. We made a reservation for the other place in case the other place, the Road to Seoul, was too busy. But it's like, why wouldn't you just go to the place with the reservation in the first place if you could do that?
Because Road to Seoul is the goat.
Being busy. That's the other thing. Okay, I love Road to Seoul. I prefer this place. It's not that much of a difference, but that's also, I think, an argument in my favor where it's like, if there's not too much difference, you say all the places are bomb. Why wouldn't you go to the one with the reservation?
Because I want to go to the place
with the better food. You're calling it Geoff torpedoes, but it's your retarded logic that I have to combat.
What we go? It's the Korean barbecue place we go to just about every single time. Where is the logic against that? It's the one we go to the most because it's the best.
The logic is we can have a reservation. We can make a reservation for. The logic is you can make a reservation for one, you can't for the other, and we're going out on Friday night.
The reservation thing, Shuddy Boy.
That doesn't hurt my
Shuddy
argument.
Boy, I'm telling you, the reservations is a red herring. It was chicken wings. It was chicken wings all along.
Do you think that chicken wings hurts my argument? What the fuck are you talking about? That helps my argument.
Geoff, all you're saying is options. Options doesn't necessarily equate to better. Like
Kevin,
Sizzler has options, but Sizzler sucks.
Place, and I'm telling you, this place is actually better.
I don't know. Geoff is easily swayed by like,
oh, triple meats, oh, the chicken wings.
And we just ate buckets of chicken wings at Legends the night before in Long Beach.
If you just want to put out a simple poll, who is right, I guarantee I won this argument. I rest my case. I rest my case. This is fucking ridiculous.
I mean, Geoff Torpedo. Do you see how many things were planned and how many things Geoff tried to change? 100% of them.
Thursday Night Football has been on the fucking schedule forever.
Listen, do you understand how fucked up it is that you both gave rational arguments and I was like, I see both points, but in the situation, if it was just, I would take the sure thing. And then instead of moving on, we just devolved into irrational fucking petty bickering. Listen,
Shuddy, at least
there. I understand Kevin's point of view. Listen, okay. If I was there, I would have been like, no, I want to go back to Road to Seoul. Let's try and make that work. But knowing that you could have a reservation and absolutely get into a spot that Geoff vouched for is not unreasonable. Like, it should not be this big of a fucking thing almost a week later. Like, it should not. This is probably not the first time that you guys have had this conversation since Friday.
No, it is.
And that's why
it is, yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I didn't realize Geoff was so hysterical about it.
I just think it's a fucking hilarious Kevin thing and a fun thing to talk about, and get your objective middle.
He probably talked about it the whole drive back from Palm Springs.
Oh, absolutely. I talked about it. I talked about it for the 3 hours before we went to dinner, and then afterwards I was like, nah, it worked out. Kevin was all right, whatever. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
I didn't. But here's what pisses me off. Not that I'm really that mad, but I started my case by laying out, for the most part, the bare facts. Kevin starts with his case with Geoff Torpedo. It's just like he goes on the attack, like immediately on the attack. Can't even like make an argument with just like facts and logic. It's just like,
what are you talking about? I did
Geoff
come out
and his bullshit. I have to deal with it, and it's like, oh, okay,
Shuddy,
cool.
Okay, where am I wrong? There was all these things planned, and Geoff tried to change every single one of them.
Okay, so Kevin started his counter argument very rationally. Road to Seoul is the first place we found. It's the best place we found. We talk about it constantly. And Mike and Tim were in town. They've heard us talk about it, so I wanted to take them to that place. Oh, and Geoff only wanted chicken wings.
I'm telling you,
Geoff Torpedo.
Completely rational, logical. I would have been like, oh, okay, Kevin, that makes sense. I'm going to side with you. Like, that's exactly why you guys took me to Road to Seoul. Like that. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. But then Kevin, before anybody could even say, he's like, but Geoff wanted to fuck it all up. I was trying to do something for Tim and Mike, and Geoff tried to blow the whole thing up.
I'm telling you, man, I know this, there's no evidence to stand on, but we've all known each other for a very long time. I can sniff this shit out. Geoff showed his cards in the car ride the night before when he was like,
okay, so I know the plan is Road to Seoul, but this other place has different options with the sides, and there's chicken wings.
Is it a surprising torpedo if I bring it up 24 hours in advance and try to come up with a reservation? And how does more options, more things you can order off the menu, how do you think that hurts my argument? I don't. God, you're a fucking asshole. God, you piece of shit.
That's the whole reason you like Pizza Port.
Oh, you get more beer in the can. The value.
You're tricked. You get duped by these things.
I'm gonna fuck this up. This is ad hominem, right? Ad hominem. Is that what this is? Right? Is this where you don't attack the argument, you attack the person? That's what's happening. Am I using that right, Shuddy?
Exactly right.
What the fuck does a new IP every month have to do with anything? What are you talking about? What does it have to do with
Geoff,
anything?
Just because you're clutching your pearls and fanning your face doesn't change what's going on here. You showed your cards. You're like, oh, but they have chicken wings. It's like, oh, that's why Geoff wants to go. There's fucking chicken wings.
You could order the same meat at the place I suggested, but you could get a reservation and you could order other things on top of it, other sides. And not meaningless sides, French fries, cheese corn, chicken wings, delicious fucking things. There are other things I can't even remember. And you're just like, saying I'm clutching my pearls, but you're acting like Road to Seoul invented Korean barbecue, and it's the only place. Like, you could throw a rock from Road to Seoul to another all-you-can-eat Korean restaurant, which I don't even have a review on. It might be better. It actually might be. I have no idea. Could be worse. I'm not sure. You piece of fucking shit. I haven't quit this podcast in a while. I'm about to. Fucking ridiculous. I don't even need to vote. I know I'm right. Showing my cards by saying one has more options. Like, you think that hurts my argument in this back and forth?
What's the name of this other place? What's the name of the other place, Geoff?
TGI. You just do TGI, Korean barbecue. And that's the other thing.
If you want options, Geoff, why don't we scrap the whole thing and go to Sizzler?
Oh, the options.
Because it's Korean barbecue. We want to do Korean barbecue.
All right. Well, I mean,
and this is another argument that you're about to run into that I didn't even make. But go ahead.
This place is fucking snazzy looking.
Yeah, and it's got better reviews on Yelp. Road to Seoul got 4, and the other place got 4.5, and they each got 1,000 reviews. So it's not like it's a bullshit review. I'm telling you, the place is. I think it's better, but it's a coin. It doesn't matter. It's mostly the same thing. My big thing was like, oh, it's a reservation. We can just get locked in.
Yeah, we didn't need it.
We didn't. That's fair. We didn't. And I said that before I ended my opening statement, before you went on the attack. Like the sackless, heartless, gutless piece of shit that you are.
Look at this motherfucker. He's the type of kid on the playground, runs up and kicks you in the ass and then runs and hides behind the fucking gym teacher.
Oh, he's going to get me. I don't know why he's so mad at me.
Yeah, right. You would have played hooky in gym.
You fucking pussy. Let's all throw tampons at Geoff and tell him to plug it up.
I wish Carl was there. I'd text her and have her punch you in the side of the head.
I think you're both being pussies.
Oh, wow. Shuddy, that was an easy win for you.
TGI Friday. I think Kevin is making a bigger deal out of it than you are.
I didn't even fucking bring it up. He just said he spent like 7 hours in the car bitching about this.
Well, I haven't thought
about it since.
Now we have to do voicemails. Oh yeah, I bitched about it for sure.
Yeah.
But then to the same people I bitched at, I was like, you know what? It all worked out. Kevin, I was being a bitch, and that's why I never brought it up. I just thought it was a good conversation to have on the podcast, and I think it worked. I think people enjoyed what they just listened to.
Oh fuck! I hope so. I hope people care about Los Angeles regional Korean barbecue wars.
Now Shuddy's lost in a Yelp page, and it looks bomb, doesn't it? That place. It's good.
I'm starving currently. All I've had today was an acai bowl.
Getting high on your own supply?
Well, I had to go sit at a new store and wait for cable company, the chemical supply, the like cleaning, like Cintas. I had to wait for the fire alarm company to do the fire inspection.
Yikes.
So I stopped at another one of our stores and grabbed an acai bowl.
Well, Geoff, when you're barfing from eating that rotten fish, I'm going to piss on your head.
Wow. All right. I expect nothing less out of you, you piece of shit.
I don't know, unless you want to change the plans of the fish to something else.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Or you find something
it's not like I
more
pulled
options.
Up a last second thing. I made a reservation 3 hours ahead of time.
Yeah, which we didn't even need.
Right, but you still held on to it because you knew there was logic in getting a reservation in case Road to Seoul was so busy.
No, I just knew it would.
Right?
It would stop your incessant honking.
You said keep the reservation for some reason. I think deep down inside you're like, well, there is a chance it's too busy, and that would suck.
I was patting you on the head. I'll let Geoff think he's making some plans. Whatever. F you, Geoff. I didn't see you fucking bitching when we were there.
Road to Seoul is awesome. And I said, again, in my opening statement, it all worked out and whatever. That's why I didn't bitch at the time. I didn't bitch afterwards. Again, I think it's a fun thing for Shuddy to weigh in on. And just, I want people to hear your bullshit neuroses and your logic. Like, how do you not just pick the restaurant with the reservation? Like, it's kind of common sense. I'm lost. And when I was driving to the Korean restaurant or Road to Seoul, and Cheech was asking me about this, I was like, I think it's just a sentimental spot for Kevin. And you're a little sentimental. And I mean that in a good way, right?
Yeah.
You admit that, right? I was like, he took his mom there. He's taking Shuddy there. Like, he likes this place. Like, that's what I think is a big deal. And I'm cool with it. We'll roll the dice. But there was also a big part of me was like, this fucking idiot, why wouldn't he just do the reservation and make it the easiest? It would be the easiest if we just know we pick our time when we want to go. It's that simple. But hey, again, it all worked out. The fucking food was awesome. The experience was awesome. It was everyone in Koreatown's birthday that night. We sang happy birthday like 10 times.
Yeah, what else happened, Geoff?
I don't know.
I just felt like...
Are you teaming me up for something? I don't remember.
I really want fucking Korean barbecue now.
I didn't get any fucking macaroons, I'll tell you that. That didn't happen.
How come?
I don't know.
Well, Shuddy, I think you nailed it when you said whenever Korean barbecue is brought up on the show, it's Road to Seoul. People that listen to the show came out and they wanted to go to the best Korean barbecue spot, and they did. They went to Road to Seoul. So there you go. Well, shit,
Shuddy, when
man.
you're out, we'll try TGI Korean.
Yeah, let's do it. I commit to that right now, so Kevin can't torpedo it with Road to Seoul.
How fucking dare you? This fucking guy thinks Road to Seoul is a torpedo. What a scumbag. You
think this other place is a torpedo. You don't even know.
If the plans are Road to Seoul, yeah. Be like,
oh, okay. Well, how about we change everything?
I told you literally 24 hours in advance. I don't know.
Well, I think the important lesson here is that Geoff is a pussy and not to be trusted. And
what a closing argument.
We ran out of time for voicemails.
Wow.
So once again, everybody,
they are literally
give a shout out to Geoff.
They're literally
What, Shuddy?
a mile and a half apart. Literally is not a torpedo. That's not like
but Shuddy
being like, why don't you come to Long Beach and go to this Korean barbecue spot?
I'll even be fair. A mile and a half in LA time, that could be a hike, kind of. But I didn't pull it last second, and it is the same neighborhood.
All I'm saying, Shuddy, is if you have plans and somebody is needling every
TGI
single one of
barbecue
them,
is closer to Studio City than Road to Seoul.
Well, I'll verify that in between shows. All right, well.
Now that we all hate each other, let's go to Patreon.
Yeah. We're going to go to Patreon land. Geoff and I are going to roast each other for the first 20 minutes. Shuddy Boy will declare Geoff the winner. We'll do Shuddy Boy's fucking news. We'll all show each other our buttholes. We'll do a 3-way butthole kiss. And then we'll come back in a week. Because that's how we roll. Geoff, would you rather... Nah, never mind.
Yeah, save for Patreon.
Thank you for listening, everybody. If you need more MSPH in your life, please check out patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Plenty of content on there. Close to 6 years worth, I think, at this point. And hey, you get to support your homies. So patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour is the destination for all of your MSPH needs. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Geoff Records.
At MSPH Podcast. And if you haven't checked it out, at John Cooper Movie. If you want to watch these videos or these episodes play out, you can go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour and subscribe and all the other things you do with YouTube. Watching, liking, clicking, licking. Wait, not that last one. You get what I'm saying. And if you would like to lose all of your money sports gambling, you can check out Outkick Bets with Geoff Clark.
I'm having a good year in the NFL, you piece of shit. Just don't follow my NBA stuff. It's struggling right now. I am 500, but with the juice down some money, so that sucks. But yeah, killing it in the NFL. Gonna have an early one this week since there are 3 Thanksgiving Day games and a Black Friday game for the first time ever. So check that out. Hitting your podcast feed Tuesday and throughout the rest of the NFL season.
Yeah, do it.
Maybe after Shuddy Boy's fucking news, it'll be commonly more known colloquially as Brown Friday.
Oh, man. I really hope you dig yourself out of that hole once we get to Patreon land.
What hole? How is Brown Friday worse than Black Friday?
We're just busting balls here, Shuddy.
It has to do with poopies.
Oh, I like poop. All right.
It's one of the highlights of our brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
How's that for Shuddy Boy tickling your ass with a feather, huh? All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. But until next time...
Go Birds!
Something.